discipline at one point. Motivation gets you started, discipline keeps you going.
For the longest time, I felt in and out of ruts, depression, and lack of productivity, but I have finally cracked the code and finally figured out the formula on how I can stay productive 95% of the time. Sometimes in your life you're on this amazing winning streak, almost high on productivity. You feel like you can get all your tasks done and all of a sudden you fall off and enter a rut. And this used to be me. Everything I did, I viewed in streaks. Whether it was going to the gym, working on my business, or waking up early. But it remained just that. A streak. Before I knew it, I was back to square one and never really managed to get any results. I was sick and tired and knew that something had to change, so I came up with a system that I'm about to teach you. And by doing this, I don't feel guilty enjoying a nice dinner, going out with my friends, or having some fun. Because with this system, life can easily be balanced. So before the actual system, you have to your brain and get rid of all the BS. So I want you to ask yourself this. What are some of the triggers that you have? What ruins your day? I know for me at least that watching short form content early in the day messes up my entire day. Playing music with a lot of lyrics early in the day interrupts my flow, and that working out at night works the best for me. All you really need is strict discipline, a routine that you really love, and to fix your mind, because it's broken. So the first thing I do to stay productive 95% of the time is to stay logged out of TikTok. And listen, I enjoy scrolling on TikTok for hours, wasting my time and getting tons of dopamine. But do you know what I come to realize? I'm not even watching a single video. I just skip straight to the next one, even if it's something that I'm actually really interested in. And if you want to be an entrepreneur, TikTok or any type of short form content just absolutely has to go. It's a non-negotiable. It's training us to be complete bots, and it has literally f***ed up our entire brain. You don't have ADHD, your mind is just broken and you're fueling it with constant stimulation. And because of this, I'm logged out of TikTok 95% of the time unless I decide to go post something. And this leads me to the second thing that I do to stay productive, and that is that I know my triggers. Typically in life we have high periods, then we have low periods, we have periods of high productivity, and then we have some days where we're just wasting our time. And certain things can throw us off just so easily. These are the things that I like to call productivity triggers, and you have to know what they are for you. After an amazing week of working on my business, self-improvement, and absolutely loving myself, it happens again. My friend calls me and tells me he has a table somewhere or that I should come out with it. And it's gonna be fun, he promised. I can't miss out on this weekend. But I want to ask you this. How many weekends do you have to experience in a row to realize that they're all the same? So this is the single most important thing to me, to be able to say no. And I know for a fact that one of my biggest triggers is going out with my friends. It can take me from the highest peak of my life down to complete zero again, committing the ultimate sin of not improving, drinking, and throwing my body completely off balance. The saddest thing about all of this is that people do this weekly, and it takes much longer for your body to recover than you actually think. After a night out, your body literally needs 2 weeks to reset fully. And this means that I will always beat you in business if you're trying to balance this unhealthy lifestyle. But from my experience, it takes me around 6 days to fully be myself again. But you might not realize this though if you're never taking care of yourself. But once you reach the peak of productivity and you get used to it, you will understand that it takes days to restore yourself fully. So if I go out on a Friday, I'm not gonna be myself before Wednesday or Thursday. And then I just go out again the next weekend. And this means that I'm only having 1 day per week at my peak self. And that simply just won't get you any results. So for some months, I challenge you to give up this lifestyle completely. Nothing good comes out of it. And if you truly want to party, I'm not gonna stop you. But do it when you're rich. Do it when you're proud of yourself. The third thing I do to stay productive 95% of the time, and this is actually the most important one, it's a simple mindset shift or concept that I use every time I up. So when I ruin my streak, this instantly gets me back into focus and flow. And it's funny, my girlfriend actually introduced me to this concept, but it's so true. And that is to just do one task. It's that simple. So I often find myself just staring at my computer, being at work, but not really working. And this is simply just by not getting in the flow. And this is where the one task rule can really help you. Now imagine your day sucks, but you really have to clean your kitchen. Like you just can't wait anymore. Slowly you get out of bed, you start cleaning, and your life just sucks. But 5 minutes into this, you're cleaning your kitchen, you're starting to get into flow. Then you see that there's trash bags in your kitchen and you decide to take it out. And before you know it, just by doing that one task of trying to clean your dishes, your entire house or apartment is now perfectly clean. Simply by doing the one task that really sucked for 5 minutes, you're able to instantly get back in the flow completely. And I actually used this concept to record this video. I knew that I had to come up with 5 productivity hacks to make this video as valuable as possible for you, but my mind could only come to one. I felt stuck and wanted to cancel the video, but I just couldn't do that. But of course, I knew about the one task concept, so I decided to sit down and write out the introduction for this video and the first concept I wanted to tell you. And before I knew it, I'm now at the 4th concept, about to reveal to you the most important one of them all. So I can assure you that this stuff really works. The number 1 absolute biggest key to productivity is to realize that you have one life and that you can't f this up. You have to identify what's truly important to you and be on a mission. Once you actually become passionate about something, doing the work becomes quite easy. Things won't distract you and you're going to end up like me, not really caring if you're missing out on things. So you need to focus on delayed gratification rather than instant stimulation right now. The world is trying to trick you into becoming a robot, a consumer, and an absolute nobody. Pay your bills and die. They don't want anything good for you, so you have to take the power in your own hands and get serious about your life. You have the ability to change your life. It doesn't matter who you are or where you're from. You have a phone that can make you money and a body that can exercise. And it's so easy now with the internet, so go out there and earn it. And your urges will come. You will try to talk yourself out of things, thinking that it's okay once to not stay true to your word, thinking that one night out can't really hurt. And you'll start to get an unhealthy obsession around something specific, such as playing video games or going out. Just know that when life gives you a serious obsession about something, it's time to pull out. So when I really want to go out and do something, I realize that there's an unhealthy amount of interest in that one thing. I realize that I'm driven by way too much dopamine and that if I go out tonight, I might end up on a jet to Vegas for whatever I know. Unhealthy amount of dopamine or obsession with something is dangerous, and it's always the collapse of something great. So avoid this at all costs. Now, those are the things I do to stay productive 95% of the time, and if you actually try it, you will too. You will surpass every single person that you're competing with, and you will smash all your goals for this year. So if you liked the video, make sure to click a like and subscribe to my channel, as on this channel everything is relatively unfiltered and I'm actually just trying to tell you the truth on how to make money online and become successful. None of this stupid dopamine content that actually just doesn't help anyone. So if you liked it, remember to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.